Good morning, my dear children. Hope all of you are in good health. And I want to remind you something. The exams will begin by the mid of March. And we have very few days. So all these lessons what is taken, please prepare well. Anyway, the first lesson will not be there because we already finished with the test paper. And the second lesson, we will have it very soon. And today we are going to start with the fourth lesson. Already the poem is there. So learn the poem, learn completely. So you may have to write maybe the last 8 lines or the first 8 lines. So learn the poem thoroughly, by heart it. And also, why do we learn poems? Yes, it's an idea which is giving you to inspire you to write in your own words. You can compose your own poems. Okay, that's how we create ourselves to write. You learn to create, what is it? Yes, to write letters, notices, poems. So when you have the language, it's easy for you to do all such things. So before we go into the lesson, just learn the words which is used in the lesson. So the meanings when you learn, it will be easy for you to understand the content of the lesson. So all of you take page number 31. The heading of the lesson is the golden touch. So before we go into the meanings, the word meanings, I just give you the outline of the story. King Midas, he was such a wonderful king. What do you mean by wonderful king? Not that he did magic or anything, but he was such a kind was such a kind king, and he used to help everybody, is to understand the people, is to understand their problems and act accordingly. And he had a daughter. She was so beautiful. She had beautiful hair and lovely eyes and all that. So this King Midas was just resting. As he was resting, he had fallen off to sleep. And in his dream, he had a dream. So in his dream, what he was dreaming, yes, everything what he wanted is granted for him. Is granted means to given to him. And in his dream, he saw like one fire-like stuff in his dream. And that particular figure asked what he wants. So he said, he wants everything what he touches to turn into gold. He wanted he didn't exactly ask like that. He wanted, everything what he wished for. Anyway, he said, when he told that to that figure, the figure told, see, wealth is meaningless. Having too much of wealth is meaningless. Does not have any meaning. And the figure disappeared. So now he's in his dream, okay? So he was just trying to touch and check whatever he touches will turn gold. So he touched many things and everything was turning into gold, and he was very happy. So at that particular moment, he saw his daughter standing across the garden. So he wanted to convey means to inform his daughter that he has received the golden touch. So he crossed across the garden and he just embraced her, hugged her to tell her that the golden touch, he has received it. As he touched the child, he touched her on the shoulder here. Her arms became cold and became, what does it turn to be? Yes. As soon as he touched the little girl, the arms became frozen. Frozen means became very cold. And she also turned into gold. So, and a bird just flew onto her shoulder and sat on her shoulder and found that it was very chill. Chill means cold. And the bird flew away into the sky. So, he was feeling so sad that because he has only got one and only daughter, and because of his want of wealth, he went and asked for that particular gift. Then he was regretting, he was feeling very sad about it. And as he turned, and he was having a sort of pain, when he just turned around, he felt like somebody touching. And as he turned, his crown fell on the ground. So now the daughter said, "Father, you had a dream." Then only he realized that it was only a dream. Okay, it was not a fact. It was only a dream. So the daughter said, "Again you had a dream." That's how you would have felt about that, the golden touch. And this is the content of the story. So what do you realize from the story? Yes, you know that you should not be greedy. You should not be wanting more and more. You should be happy with what you have. That is the moral of the story. Now let's look at the meanings. Amazement, feeling a great surprise. Amazed, feeling a great surprise. Beloved, loved very much. All your friends, your parents, your cousins, all of them are much beloved to you. Beyond my wildest dream, far better than ever imagined or hoped for. See the word used? Beyond my wildest dream. That means whatever you expected, yes. Far better means better than what you expected. Far better than ever imagined or hoped for. Content, happy and satisfied. I am content with the marks what I got. Means I am very happy with the marks I got. Content. I am content the way what I am. I am content. I am contented. Okay. Content means you are happy and satisfied. Craved. Had a very strong desire for something. Craved. Have a very strong desire. Suppose you want to have something which you have not had. So you crave for it, that strong desire of wanting it. Flaw. Weakness in somebody's character. Weakness in somebody's character. That means you may be a very good person, but a small weakness in you. That word is, what is it? Flaw. Fondest, most liked. Fright, a feeling of fear. Generous, giving or willing to give freely. Gentle, calm and kind. Granter, giver, person who gives you. Hugged, put one's arms around somebody and hold him or her tight, especially to show one's likes or loves him. Yes, that's what we always do. We always, 1 minute, mosquito. Whenever we are very, show somebody your love and affection, you put your hands around and hold that person close to you, isn't it? Yes, especially your friends. Now I can imagine when you all come to school after all this pandemic is settled down. When you see your classmates, I can imagine you all are going to put your arms around and yes, hold each other, isn't it? Yes, that is hugged. Instantly. Now a lot of instant things we get. Instant doshe, isn't it? Instant, what is that? A lot of things are available, no, instant. What is it? Yes, I said about doshe. You can get the doshe flour. Immediately you can make doshe. Then, yes, noodles, instant noodles. You just got to pour hot water into it, and after 5 minutes, your noodle is ready. So instant meat immediately. Immediately means to happen, within no time. That is instantly. Obsessions, the state in which person's mind is completely filled with the thoughts of one particular thing in a way that it's not normal. Obsession, thinking of something and only that will be in your mind. That is obsession. Possesses, to have or own something. We learned possessive pronoun and all that, isn't it? Yes. Using, apostrophe s, possessive, showing somebody's owning it. Possesses, to have something owned by somebody. Possessions, belongings. Possessions, belong to somebody. Belong means to own by someone. Subjects, here the meaning of subject is people of the kingdom other than the king, who belong to the kingdom. People, not the king, but people, whoever is there in the kingdom is known as the subject here. Terrible, very unpleasant. Throne, a special chair used by a king or queen to sit on at ceremonies. Yes, a particular chair will be given to a person, that is to the king or queen, and that too when a certain times when any important things happens, that time that particular chair is used. That is called the throne. So kings and queens, we have learned that, and we know that throne is a special kind of seat. That is throne. So go through the meanings. Alright. So now let's start with the lesson. Now you know the word meaning, so that I don't have to explain much, I think. Anyway, I just read through it. Alright. So here in this lesson we have to concentrate on apostrophe, then abstract nouns, the sound of Z. How do you pronounce that Z in zebra? You don't say zebra. It's not J. Z. Zebra. Zebra. The story of the king, as in there. The story is about King Midas, who had strong obsessions to possess gold. He had the strong feeling, obsession of desire of having a lot of gold. Okay. Now there is a crown given here. You can join that. This. You can also make a crown with hardboard, okay? Or you can use, what is that paper what we use to make charts? Yes, chart paper. Use chart paper and then cut out this figure and then make. And I want to see it. You can make golden or silver crown, okay? And we can make use of it for some concert or something. Alright. Once upon a time, that means, yes, one time. Once upon a time means some time back. There was a king named Midas. He was a king of quite a beautiful country where the people were content. Content means they were satisfied. And life went along well. They didn't have any problems. Their life was going on very smooth. Midas had a daughter who was the joy of his life. She was always happy and cheerful, and the people loved her. And she was such a wonderful child, and everyone loved her, and they were very happy. The Midas was daughters who was joy of his life. Means that was his life. His daughter was the happiness in his life. She was always happy and cheerful, and the people loved her. She's such a beautiful child with lot of enthusiasm, happiness, and always she was cheerful. Means she never had any problem in her life, and she was always very happy. She never had a she never frowned. She was always very cheerful. Her hair was the color of spun gold and her eyes were blue. Yes, spun gold. The hair was lovely golden hair with the lovely blue eyes. They said when she sang, the birds came down from the trees and sat on her hand. So gentle and kind she was. She too was a very nice person. She was very kind and she was gentle. And whenever she used to sing songs, the birds used to come and sit on her hands. I don't know what feeling that is, isn't it? Just imagine when you sing a song and all the birds, butterflies, everything coming near you and sitting on you. Oh, such a beautiful sight that is. Okay, King Midas loved his people, his kingdom and his beautiful daughter, but he also loved gold. Yes, he craved for it. He had rooms full of it. He even had a throne made entirely from gold. Now you see, he was a very nice king. He was very happy with his kingdom and the people around him. He also loved his daughter and he had full of gold with him. I just read this. King Midas loved his people, his kingdom and his beautiful daughter, but he also loved gold. See, he loved people, he loved his daughter, he loved everything, and he loved, yes, what is the most thing which is said here? Yes, he loved gold. Yes, he craved for it. Craved means he wanted more and more of it. He had rooms full of it, and all the rooms were full of gold. He even had a throne made entirely from gold. Throne means the chair which he was sitting, that also was made with gold. He was still a good man and good king, but he could not free himself of his obsessions for more and more of gold. He was very good, he was everything was fine with him, but what was it? Yes, he wanted more and more of gold. That was his weakness, that was his flaw. Flaw means weakness. Obsessions means what? He wanted more and more of it. So, sorry, the throat is giving me endless trouble. So, I don't want to continue reading this, which is meaningless. I know that you're not going to listen to it. So, you learn the word meanings and read this lesson completely. Okay? By reading, you will able to build up your, build up what? Yeah, more of what? I really feel very bad that I cannot, interact with you. You build your language by reading. When you read not only your text, you can read anything under the sun, which will build up your standard of English. So you will learn new words every day. So in this lesson, there are so many words which you can use in your daily conversation. So you please read this lesson and learn the word meanings. And I reminded you about your examination. So you please keep preparing for your lesson. For your exams, not your lesson. So, and I'll give you some words which you have to practice writing. That I will post it to you. Okay, I won't give it in the in the WhatsApp. I'll give it to you in the Google Classroom. So please read this lesson, because I know simply me reading is just meaningless. When I notice very few of you all are watching the videos which the teachers are sending. So I don't know what I should tell you. It is not just simply we are sending you the classes. You need to watch it That is why we are taking the trouble of sending it across, isn't it? Yeah. So you please read the lesson. Anyway, I just sent you one more video. Just read the lesson because I feel very, I regret, not feel, I regret if I don't do that. It may not be true to you. I'll send the next video to you. Wait.